What we have to do is take off the CV axles or the half shafts so that we can get the transmission out. So to get it off, what we have is our cotter pin. Take this off. There's a nut here. I don't remember what size is it. It's quite a large one actually. Then what we have to do is take off these two bolts. This will let this slide forward. There should be a connection. We might not have to release this connection. We will have to take the sway bar link off for sure. And then this whole thing will fold forward, and then we should be able to bang the axle out of here and then pull it out of the transmission with clearance. That's the plan. Alright, so I just pulled out the cotter pin, and we got a little retainer in here, and then there's a little spring washer. Right, so I'll put these off to the side. I've just changed this a while ago, probably a month ago. So this is going to come off quite easy. I've got a 33 millimeter axle nut, and it's too loose. So this is probably like a 32. What I do have is a 1 1/4 inch, and 1 1/4 inch is pretty damn good. So I use a 1 1/4 inch to get this off. So whatever that translates into metric, probably 32 or something. All right. If you're having trouble stopping your rotor from turning when you're trying to loosen this bolt, what you can do is you can stick a screwdriver in your rotor hole like this, or you can put it down in here, and then when it turns it'll jam up to there, won't hurt anything, and it'll stop it from turning, and then you can loosen this up quite easily. One of the handiest tools I have is a dead blow hammer. It's a hammer that's filled with lead shot, and what happens is you can bang on things and and you can loosen them up. Well, if I had two hands, then I'd hold it on, and then what you'd find out is that you can bang on it and it'll loosen up the nut. So really handy thing to have. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going to take the top of the sway bar link, so I'll have to get there's a hex socket head here, in here, so I'll put a Allen wrench on, and that'll be to hold, and then I'll tap this with a dead blow hammer till it loosens up. Also, you'll notice that I've wire brushed it, and I've also got WD-40 on it, and it's been sitting there for a while. Okay, a little update. One of the things I had problems getting the sway bar link out. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, of course, oh, here it is. What happened is the top one, the little Allen wrench was stripped, couldn't get it off, so I had to cut it off, so I need a new sway bar link. Very typical. I've got this out, but there's not enough room to pull it out, so I got to take out the tie rod. Now to get the tie rod out, you can use a tie rod separator, but a lot of times you can just hit the side like that and it'll pop loose. Now to get the other end of the half shaft is snapped in place. If you can't use a crowbar or one of these to do, I was trying. What you can do is get a piece of metal, a spacer, and I tapped it a couple times with the hammer and boom, it was out. It was so simple, right? Where I was struggling with all these pry bars and stuff and it wouldn't come out. All right. All right, it was a bit of a struggle to get it off. So hammered on here, and basically I was able to get the tie rod in. Once that was off, I also had to loosen up the brake hose here, so it was really stretching on here, so I loosened all that up, and then a lot of twisting, and finally slid it out, and it's out. It's over there. So now we have to do the same thing on the other side.